good? What's good? It is good, my sizes. We are back again with another video, and today is not a mukbang. Usually I do my DIYs by myself, but with the last video I did, I definitely needed some assistance.
Even though I said I wasn't going to be here.
Yeah. She has no choice though. So, today we are doing a very difficult DIY. I'm hoping it's not difficult because I watched a video on it one time. Now I feel like I'm a pro.
Mind you,
but
I haven't seen any of it.
And mind you,
I don't know what's going on.
I got stuck in glue over adhesive. So it's probably gonna be super difficult. But you can do all of these at the dollar store. All you need are 3 containers that stand up like this. You can pick any color. I just chose blue, that way they all match. A plate or a container that's somewhat flat that you can set on top.
It's more like a platter.
And
depending on the size of your bucket.
Yeah. And some contact paper if you want. That's not necessary though.
To decorate?
Yeah.
And then we have...
I got tape. I have glue here.
Pop dot tape? I don't even know what that is.
I'm not really sure how we're gonna put this together though. But you also need scissors because you're gonna be cutting. I bought those just in case, but then I found this, so I don't think we'll be needing the ribbon. However, I didn't plan any of this. I never do, so we're gonna hope for the best. Now you're gonna take your scissors.
That's not gonna cut through that, is it? Are you cutting off the handles?
Yeah. And you're gonna cut off each handle. Please don't cut yourself.
So if your bucket doesn't come with handles, you don't have to do this part.
Yeah, I couldn't find a bucket that didn't come with handles though. So for this DIY, you're definitely gonna need at least 3 buckets. You don't necessarily need the platter, but if you want like an actual night table look to it, I would get a platter. But while she's doing that, I'm gonna explore with this contact paper. This contact paper I got in the kitchen aisle of the store. I think we're just gonna wrap it like a gift.
That is not my forte.
Okay, I think that will be enough. I didn't really measure, so we're gonna hope for the best. I don't know how to use this paper.
But again, it's peel and stick.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, oh my. What do I do now?
Would you like me to go on that side?
Why did I not think this through? I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just take the bucket
and start wrapping.
And
roll. Oh my gosh. The wrinkles. The wrinkles. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
She's getting anxiety, you guys, and I'm not even all that picky.
Oh, okay.
Easy. Roll on. There we go. Because this lip here is in the ridges in the bucket.
Okay. Oh, the anxiety.
Alright.
So I think because it's a container that is like this, it is rolling crookedly on here.
Well, yeah, because it's uneven.
Right. If you do decide to wrap this, you're gonna want to cut as close to the bucket as possible.
Possible.
What did I say?
Plausible.
I think speaking English is the least of my words right now.
This is the bottom.
Yeah. Oh, straighten itself.
I'm gonna start with.
Okay. Take there. Oh heck yeah.
You see what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
And I started with the end with the smallest excess amount of excess that didn't.
Okay, so once you get your first bucket cut off with the handles, it really just depends on if you like the color of the bucket that you got or if it matches the aesthetic of wherever you're putting it. Because my room is like a light green with a purple door, so I was aiming to get like the neon green buckets, even though those still would have been ugly. So you can either paint this with spray paint, regular acrylic paint, or you can get contact paper. I did not feel like painting, so I got contact paper, even though
I'm
I've never
shocked.
used.
She loves to paint.
Yeah, even though I've never used contact paper before in my entire life.
The inside shouldn't matter, right?
No, because you're not going to see the inside based off of what we're going to do.
And it's got the ridges because it's a ribbed container.
So you're not going to see the inside and you're not going to see the bottom until the very top. So I'm going to patch this up, and because it's mine, I don't really care how it looks at this point. Now that this bucket is done, I'm gonna take my platter and I'm gonna cover it in contact paper as well because I feel like it'll be much easier. I feel like painting definitely would have been easier.
I can't believe you, the one who loves to paint.
Yeah, and I bought so much paint too. I think it's because I'm gonna paint another DIY.
Probably a good idea to separate it out. What do you guys prefer? Comment below. Like, what do you prefer? Do you guys prefer painting? Do you prefer to use something like contact paper? Or she had ribbon. I'm assuming you were gonna use ribbon and go all the way around.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that would have been a nightmare.
Yeah.
I'd rather use contact paper. But I mean, do you guys prefer using ribbon to like wrap things all the way around like a Christmas present? You know, some of these things make a good gift too. Like the jewelry frame, the jewelry holder frame that she did previously would make a nice Mother's Day gift or a mother's birthday or Christmas present.
So you take your platter, you take the tape.
You know, and men can have the jewelry frame thing too, for the ones that wear rings and necklaces, watches. Yeah, that's true.
I think what we're gonna do
It's right there. And then you're gonna have to flip it over
or what?
because the plate is
Capable.
so once you flip it over, it's gonna, you're not gonna, because she's trying to make it flat.
Yeah.
And if you want to as well, you can do it in a different contact paper or color if you decide to paint.
Yeah. So we're gonna build it from the top to the bottom. We're gonna take these two pieces and kind of stick it like that.
So it's gonna be sticky on both sides. It's gonna stick to the surface.
It's like double-sided tape,
Uh-huh.
but in strips.
Right.
So-
So this isn't exactly the polka dotted tape we were referring to, but it will work.
Yeah.
So once she gets these all placed, and you're gonna wanna put quite a bit if it's gonna be the surface of a table. So once she gets these all placed, she'll pull off the top layer of paper, and then the top piece will be sticky.
You could do strips all the way, or you could do like a crisscross look. It's totally.
I wouldn't overlap them though. If you do crisscross, I would just meet, because if you overlap them, it's gonna create an uneven surface.
Right. See, we're not pros, but we do know what we're talking about sometimes. To look like that, and I'm doing all the way to the edge.
And she'll finish going all the way across.
Yes.
Comment below if you've ever done anything like this or have a different idea for a similar like piece of furniture or
Freaking
project.
makes a couch out of DIY stuff from the dollar store. So now once you do that, you're just gonna
let's see.
simply, and you've taken off both layers of the tape, you're just gonna simply place the plate on top of the bucket. So we're gonna do the two buckets and we're gonna wrap them in contact paper. But it looks like that. And it looks like that on the top.
Ta-da! It's a table.
So this is the top of your nightstand, and depending on how big or small the platter is, you can put practically anything on your nightstand. For mine, I'm gonna put my phone for my charger and stuff, and I usually have a drink before I go to bed. So
And a box of tissue.
And yeah, because it's
She has allergy season.
So we're gonna you're gonna use contact paper and do the last two. I don't want to put this one through. If you do like the contact paper idea and you do follow this, I went to the dollar store and I bought 3 contact rolls of contact paper, I should say. And that was able to cover the platter. So the platter and the bucket was able to be covered in one roll, and I had extra. So if you want to go the contact paper route, you won't need much. I only bought 3 because I knew that with the bucket shape, you wouldn't be able to use the excess for other rolls.
Comment below if you have a different way of doing it that might have been easier.
I feel like when you peel the contact paper, you should want to peel it straightly, or like in a straight line or whatever. I mean, obviously start with the one corner, but then kind of work your way up. That way you're able to do it. So when you do use this contact paper, make sure you start at the top of the roll. That way you don't have to hold the bottom and the top at the same time. Now, for the standard table, bedside table look, you're gonna want 3 buckets for sure. But if you want a bigger table, like a taller table, you may need more. But if you do decide to go taller, you're gonna want to increase your table length by 2 tables at a time. That way it gives you the look that I will show you in a second.
The way you stack them.
Yeah, for the way you stack them. You have to be very precise with this, otherwise it's not gonna work out.
I'm not sure how that's gonna, how do you get that to stick? Because I'm sure these ones are gonna go like this, correct?
Yeah, so those ones are gonna go like that, and then you're gonna put this one, it's gonna be too tall, but you're gonna put this one on top of it, but this way. So now you have your 2 tops and bottoms. So what you're gonna do to connect this is you can take duct tape, glue, tape, whatever you feel comfortable with and connect them. This part will probably be the hardest part of them all. So now what we're just doing is we're cutting the dot tape, I almost said glue. We're cutting the dot tape in half because the roll that I'm using is a lot thicker than the first roll I used.
So we're making it more narrow.
So yeah, we're making it narrow to fit around the edges, and then we're just cutting strips and putting it all around the edges.
Because it's too wide.
Okay, we're good. All right.
Done. Da-da-da!
Now we're just gonna stick it on top and hope for the best.
Oh, and don't forget to line up your patch.
I'm not even worried about that at this point.
That's right here.
Okay. Am I on?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. This is the true
Ready?
test. Ready?
You guys, we did it! After like an hour and a half of just winging it, you guys, we did it. Oh, I'm so excited. Even though this was very stressful, took 2 people because we're not talented and we're not DIY connoisseurs. I would definitely do this again. This was fun. This was a little stressful.
I would not.
But I'm excited it works.
All right.
So while we were sticking the tape on to the ridges, I was talking to my mom and I was telling her that I'm pretty sure the video I watched only did a 2-tier, rather I did a 3-tier. But yeah, it works.
A 2-tier would have made sense because this part, putting the open ends together was
very
harder.
tricky. But you could just put your platter on the outside, you know. But yes, it works. It's a table. It holds.
Ta-da!
It's very time consuming. You have to be very patient to do this because I was getting very stressed out.
And do this with and work with somebody that you're good with working with, not somebody that you might fight
rip
with.
their head off. Yeah, I'm actually really surprised on how it turned out.
I'm proud of how it turned out
because I did not think it would turn out that great. Even
and
like with the contact paper,
and
I mean,
it's steady.
It's
stable. I mean, this table it's
Yeah.
on is not steady, but this is steady.
My overall rating probably a 5 out of 10, only because this was very time consuming and it took 2 people. Like I could not have done this by myself even if I tried. But overall it looks nice. So yeah, comment your thoughts down below if you tried this. If you try this though, I do suggest you do only a 2 bucket tier, only because you could put the platter right on top and it would be no biggie.
Right.
If you do a 3 tier, it will be stressful, you're gonna want help. So comment down below other DIYs you should do, especially from the dollar store, because we discovered a new dollar store and I love it. So I'm going to be going there all the time.
Be sure to check. If you're in a city that has multiple dollar stores, check them. Even
Check
though there's
other dollar stores, because the one that's down the street from our house is very small versus the one that we found all these items at was much bigger. And be sure to smash that subscribe button because I will definitely be doing more DIY videos. And
comment below if you have more DIY
ideas
or suggestions for her to try.
Yeah, so I think that's everything.
Make sure they're one person.
Yeah, because my mom totally just walked in to help me when I got my hands glued together. So yeah, I think that's everything. I'm gonna go eat now. Thank you so much for watching, and toodles.